Hire matters. A bad hire costs you time, money, and momentum you can't afford to lose. But a great hire, they can change everything. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates for you, so you're spending time talking to people who are actually a great fit. I know firsthand how time consuming hiring can be. You're running a business and wearing a dozen hats. You do not have the time to sort through hundreds of applications just to spot that one right person. Posting a job is easy. It's the finding, connecting, and screening applicants that you just don't have time for. LinkedIn Hiring Pro handles it all for you, writing the job description, finding top candidates, even conducting AI-powered first interviews. Hire right the first time. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. Check it out now while you're thinking about it. Go to linkedin.com/Kim. That's linkedin.com/Kim. Terms and conditions apply.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Sedla Update, plus Facebook and YouTube at KSYL. It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome on in. It is Friday here on Talkback on KSYL. I'm Al Quartermont. Stephen will join us a little bit later. And you might recognize the laugh. We've heard it before. Trish LaLove's in the studio. Good morning. How are you?
I am in the studio. And I don't know how to fix this right here because I don't like this view. Happy to be in the studio this morning.
Yeah, glad
Excited to get up and be here early and fill in for a little while for somebody who wasn't going to be here this morning.
See, that's the thing. I was under the impression that Stephen would not be here until late this morning, but apparently we got our signals crossed, so I had begged Trish to come in, and you had to get up early and all of that, and lo and behold, it happens to also be your birthday today.
It exactly is my birthday today. So I figured I just get to celebrate my birthday longer because I got up so early this morning so that I could be here on time.
And when Al says signals are crossed, I want him to clarify.
Well, your wife didn't text me this time, so that's what messed me up.
Well, I was in the pool. I was like, oh, crap, you need to tell Al. I didn't have my phone. It's really my wife's fault. I'm
telling you, these guys need a little organization right here, so I have to step in.
We do.
And work on a little bit of organization with you guys.
This show needs a female touch. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I got to say.
Too much of a guy's club right now.
That's right.
And it's all going this way, that way, this way, and nothing is connecting, right?
Seriously.
That's the deal.
I'm decent at managing myself, but when I got to manage him too, then I get in trouble.
So basically, I'm here just for the fun of it for a little bit. And so stay tuned because next Friday
you might be back.
Is actually the day you won't be here, right?
Yeah, we hope you can come back. If not, we'll just ask, we'll ask Jimmy or something. He's down on our list, he said, so.
Or, you get the Al monologue.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Which you don't want. You don't want, because my monologue today would have been who knows what.
He does, if he'd stop screwing around watching Brewers games all day, maybe he can read the dates on his
messages. He might talk all about what a great everything school Auburn is because, I've got to bring that up today, right?
Yeah. So for people that don't know, Auburn is still alive in the NCAA baseball tournament.
After being a little worried there in the beginning and having some great text messages from you, Al. Thank you.
So they lost their opening game last week in their own regional to Milwaukee, not the Brewers, the Panthers. This is a school that used to be known.
Who was Milwaukee even?
Well, they used to be known forever as UW Milwaukee, University of Wisconsin Milwaukee.
Okay.
Kind of like, we have LSU Alexandria.
Right.
It would be like LSUA just now calling itself Alexandria. Kind of like Lafayette is doing.
So you're basically saying LSUA beat Auburn in the opening game.
Well, yeah. But they are Division I.
Yeah.
So but their program kind of was scuffling this year. If you remember, they opened the year against LSU and got shellacked in 3 games.
Who are you talking about here?
Milwaukee.
Okay, I was going to say, who follows Milwaukee? Nobody follows Milwaukee, so nobody that's listening would know outside of the LSU game how
Right.
their season was. Really.
I mean, the common link you and I would have to talk about Milwaukee is that is the school that put Bruce Pearl on the map.
oh, well, okay, there you go.
What, 20 years ago?
I did not
15
know
years
that.
ago, he led
Little bits of trivia
he
from
led
Al.
the Panthers to the NCAA tournament and
Okay.
then quickly bolted for Tennessee and ran a little trouble there.
Well,
And then
we were
landed,
so happy to have him at Auburn.
yes, landed at Auburn,
Yeah.
where he retired last year, so his son is there. But anyway, Milwaukee has had decent success through the years in basketball, baseball. I think they had made the NCAA tournament one other time, maybe twice, but had never won a game, at least not the opening game. And they beat Auburn,
Yep.
SEC powerhouse.
Yep.
4th seed in the tournament.
And Al decides that he just needs to blow up my text
I'm like,
messages about that.
"Oh, did you
I'm gonna
see
get
the
coffee.
The sports guy, he's out.
game?" Oh my goodness.
Uh,
So anyway, so
but-
Auburn works its way back through the losers
that's
bracket,
right.
L bracket, and then
Hey.
they had to beat Milwaukee twice.
Won
The
them all
first-
straight.
The first game they beat them pretty handily. Second game, that was Monday night. It was 2-2 going into what, the bottom of the 5th, was it? And Milwaukee went to a different pitcher and he had some trouble and gave up 5 runs and they got one back, but they lost 7-3, I think was the final score.
Yeah, I don't remember the actual final score because I was
No.
too excited. Yes, we
And
did
you
it.
were in
did it.
Chicago.
I was in Chicago. Yes.
Bang bang.
A fantastic trip to Chicago. Is beautiful this time of year, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I was there for a very special reason because our kids, our daughter and our soon-to-be son-in-law,
Mhm.
just purchased their first home.
Wow.
And yes, very, very excited. So we were helping them get all moved in and settled and, find places for everything. But, it's a big deal, especially in a city like Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with right now in the real estate world, especially in the capital too, we've got a lot of bills that we're lobbying for up there because we're having such an affordability crisis right now.
Yes.
And you can see it here also, all over the country. People are being, they just can't afford to buy their first home.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is the average age.
Steven should have stayed for this. 'cause
He
this
should have
is-
stayed for this.
This is
'cause
his whole issue right now.
It is 100% relevant to him.
Mhm.
It used to be in the early 30s was the average age of the first-time home buyer.
Yes.
Last year, because we're right now running our numbers
Mm-hmm.
for the newest number, but last year it was 40.
Wow.
So, I mean, yeah. And so that's what we like to, our lenders are so terrific around here in helping first-time home buyers figure out, here's what you can buy so that you're not just spending your money on rent all the time. And so for them, this was a really, really big deal. For us, of course, it was a big deal because, this is what I do and what I've done for the last 20 years.
Yes.
And so to see them go through the process, I put them in touch with an agent up there that did an amazing job. And in the meantime, I really wish our housing market was like theirs because they had been looking since January. Everything that they would find in the price point that they are comfortable in, before they could even get there, it would have multiple offers on it.
Mm.
We only got to live that during the COVID years. And
Yeah. Right.
as an agent, it was fabulous. As a buyer, it's horrible.
Right.
And so finally, they lucked upon one that they got to be first in the door and got a deal put together before anybody else got there. And so now they're homeowners.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So what part of Chicago is it located?
It's in Old Town.
Old Town.
And they were in Lincoln Park. So it's just south of where they were in Old Town. We
Mhm.
stayed in a little Airbnb right down the street from them. It is everything is walkable. We would get up and walk to get coffee every morning,
Mhm.
which is what Stephen would love to be able to do from where he lives here. But we don't have that kind of, places here. But you could walk
Right.
and get coffee. We walk to get dinner. Like it's just everything right there.
Mm.
And it's beautiful. So anyway, yeah, that was our weekend. So we were doing that while we were keeping Auburn on the burner. But
Yeah.
we also won the national championship the other day in golf.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did
See,
not know that.
we are in everything school.
Wow.
Yep.
I saw last night Texas won the College World Series for softball.
Oh,
Again.
really?
Yeah.
Again.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was it-
Powerhouse there.
They are. They are.
Yep.
But I know you're getting ready for football.
Who's not getting ready for football? How many days away? Actually, I almost know how many days away it is because we are now on the countdown for our wedding. And
Oh, when's the wedding?
yesterday it was 100 days away, which kind of makes you go,
Wow.
ooh,
Wow.
wow. It's almost
So what's the
here.
date for the wedding?
September 12th.
September 12th.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Wait, she's
know.
getting married right in the heart of college football season.
Well, so the kickoff game is the weekend before. And this game, your second game is kind of a.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's,
playing. They're playing like what?
yeah, I don't even know.
You know, some 1AA team or
But it's definitely not a big one.
football playoff subdivision.
Because, this is the year that Auburn and LSU finally play again.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
while we have our LSU student, she'll be a senior.
Mm-hmm.
We finally
She'll
get.
be a senior already.
Yes. Can you believe that?
What?
See, time flies. And I haven't been here in
Oh,
how
my
long? Al?
Goodness.
I know.
Has it been like 4 years since you've been here full time?
Yeah.
What?
I know. I put that campaign I put that in my, do not even
Yeah.
enter that zone of my brain, too.
Man, the years are flying by.
I
Wow,
know.
Goodness.
I know. So she's going to
Wow.
be off interning, this summer, too. And I mean, everybody's just growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
I do.
Your youngest is all grown up.
Yeah. He'll be a sophomore in college.
Mhm. Yeah. The youngest will be a junior. We're almost done.
Wow.
It's close.
Wow.
It's close.
Yeah, it is getting close. So,
Yep.
But
Yep.
you had the whole family up there in Chicago?
We did.
Okay.
We did. That was kind of my birthday present to
Yeah.
myself, having the
Yeah.
whole family there. They all took me out for brunch. And just because, again, something when you have lots of kids,
Mm-hmm.
having everybody together at one time doesn't
Yeah.
happen a lot.
That's right.
And so it is really, really special when you get to do that. And as parents, Todd and I love to just sit back and watch them. Now that they're all grown adults,
Right.
just the
right.
dynamic and, you just watch and it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
makes you happy.
Yeah,
Makes you
definitely.
happy.
Had a chance to see you last night. We were all out at the
Yeah.
celebration, the send-off for Dr. Paul Carell, who is retiring as chancellor of LSU Alexandria. They had a little soiree for him out at the evacuation center, which is just south of the campus of LSUA. And it was a really great event.
It was a great event. And we knew there was no place on campus that was going to be big enough to hold the number of people that were expected.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, we got there the reception part was from 5 to 6. And then at 6 o'clock, the actual, event with the speeches, all those kinds of things started. We got there about 5 after 5, thinking, we're kind of on the early side. The parking lot was already packed. The building was packed. And it was amazing to see the turnout of people from everywhere.
Yeah.
And all there to congratulate him and wish him well. And it was a terrific event. The speeches, did you stay for all the speeches?
Yes. Yeah. I left when they started doing the second line. I was like,
Yeah.
That's my cue.
Yeah.
But I did stay for all the speeches.
Yeah, we did do a second line at the end, which was very, very fun. But the speeches were so good.
Mhm.
They were terrific. And I mean, how do you take everything that he has done, and not just for LSUA, but for our community
Right.
too?
Yeah.
When they talked about how much, the partnership and what he's contributed to the partnership between all of our higher ed and, our public school, everything in the community in general. He's been such an integral part of it all. So he's still around. He's not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
still involved.
Right.
But
Right. Yeah. He said he's on a number of boards that he still wants to continue on. And so that's good. I mean, when you retire, you still want to be part of things and still want to be active. So he'll very much do that.
absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. Just
Wow.
like we saw our friend Jimmy Sawtell there last night
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten to catch up with him in a little while.
He's been laying kind of low. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and maybe he's been doing a little traveling here and there.
He has. Yeah. Yep. I know he went on a cruise with his
What retirement's for, right?
I guess.
If I ever get there.
I was thinking, I was literally just going to say the same thing.
What age are you supposed to retire?
I guess whenever you can.
Although I'm looking, I'm like,
whenever you
oh,
want to.
I did realize that this morning. I'm getting closer and closer to my mid 50s,
Wow.
which just seems like, ooh, like 50 is one thing, but you're mid 50s.
Just wait till you hit 60. It's sobering.
Well, if 50 is the new 30,
Yeah.
60 is the new 40, that'll be fine.
I don't know.
That'll be fine.
I feel like for us Gen Xers, when we were like 15, we were already like 30. And
I think so too.
now that we're 50-ish to 60, we're still acting like we're 50.
But when you remember your parents turning the ages that you are
oh,
too,
right.
like I
Or-
clearly remember my dad's 40th birthday party.
Yeah.
Never mind his 50th.
Or your grandparents turning
Yeah.
a certain age.
Yeah.
It's like, wait.
Because we talked about that the other day. My grandfather
Everyone's-
was 96.
Everyone seemed older back then.
They did seem a lot older. Even looking at pictures,
That's true.
everybody looked a
Yeah.
lot older than I feel like we look.
Well,
Right?
you
Or
can
is it
pick-
just us?
You can pick up or go through like baseball cards from like the 1960s and look at the players, and you're like, this guy looks like he's 50. I don't know if it was the smoking or what it was, but they just all looked,
Yeah, that's a good point. Could be.
they all looked so
Could
much
be.
older. I mean, you didn't see a lot of kind of youthful looking guys.
Back when you'd fly and you'd have a smoking section on a
Like
plane.
your new favorite player, Pete Crow Armstrong. Do you know who that is?
No,
The Cubs center fielder.
no,
Oh,
I don't.
God,
My kids are huge Cubs fans.
Oh, of course they are.
But-
you need to correct that.
No, that's not going to happen. You're never going to change that. That is,
But dude looks like he's 12.
well, they all do. You get again back to flying when there was a smoking section on an airplane. You get on an airplane to fly now, and the pilot gets on, and he looks 12.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're getting old.
Did your mom sign you in for this flight? Well, do you have anything special planned for your birthday today?
I don't know.
What?
I gotta go.
All right.
I'm gonna go show a house or two here,
Okay. All right.
and after that, I don't know. Might have some things planned.
Your husband has something special planned for
Seems
the day?
to be.
Hmm.
Seems
He's
to be.
keeping it on the down
He
low.
is. He's keeping it on the down low.
All right.
So
All right.
I'll
Well,
find out after a while.
well, thank you for coming up and spending a little time with us.
I know. Here I had all these topics to talk about because I thought Stephen wouldn't be here until 8 o'clock. But hey,
Well, if you want to hang around,
Next.
you can.
next week.
It's your call.
Stay tuned. This is just the teaser, right?
That's right. The appetizer. Wow.
Next week, who knows what we'll get into.
Well, thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'll be back again.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hold you to it. Thanks so much. Trish Lala, everyone.
KSYL.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Main Street is slamming the brakes on hiring. The number of small businesses saying they're planning new hires has dropped to a 6-year low. According to the National Federation of Independent Business, 9% of entrepreneurs plan to create new jobs in the next 3 months. Rising energy costs and economic uncertainty may be holding companies back. Turning to trading, the Dow hit an all-time high yesterday, rising 875 points to finish the day. However, it was a rough day for chip makers on a disappointing forecast from Broadcom. This morning, S&P futures are lower with tech shares continuing to stay under pressure. And public transit systems are seeing more riders. Transportation agencies in Los Angeles, Boston, Chicago, and other cities are reporting growing ridership. Experts say it remains unclear to what extent gas prices are driving a switch to public transit versus other factors such as return to office mandates. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Good morning. A mixture of sunshine and clouds in our forecast on this Friday. And we do have the possibility of a stray shower or thunderstorm. Only about a 20% chance of that. Afternoon highs getting up to 89 degrees. We'll see winds out of the east, southeast at about 5 to 10 today. Overcast overnight down to 74. And I hate to say it, but the weekend looking soggy. Considerable cloudiness Saturday and Sunday with a good chance of rain. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
It's Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL.
All right. Now we're going from 2 co-hosts to none. Somewhere Steven's in the building. Oh, here he comes. Nice for you to join us.
The guy who pays my bills was talking.
Oh, okay. Taylor had you previously deployed?
Yeah.
All right.
He told me
Tell
to
you what.
Sit with him.
That microphone's not working very well. I'm going to have you switch to that one.
Okay.
You'd have Dave take a look at it later. So there you go. Now I can actually hear you. That's good. That's a bonus for the audience that they can hear you talk. All right. Let's go to the phones on the BON Bank Talk line. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. I already know why you're calling.
Yeah. At any rate, well, I will just reiterate and say that, like normal, first Saturday in the month, we will be having breakfast at Bulow, and so it'll be the full spread of breakfast at a very modest rate, like $10, and everybody is. We're forecasting very fine weather as opposed to the earlier forecasts of the week. And so anyway, tomorrow morning would be the first Saturday again, breakfast at Bulow for everybody who likes to get up and have a big standoff for the day. So that's a little message, and thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. As always, we appreciate it.
Well, he called in for something else that wasn't that, and it surprised me the other day.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. So enjoy a little breakfast. Speaking of breakfast, Stephen, you know what today is?
National Biscuit Day.
Close. Last week is when we tasted the biscuit. Today is where you want to taste the donuts, like the legendary hockey coach Jim Schoenfeld. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was an incident back in I think it was in the 1980s, where Jim Schoenfeld was the coach of the New Jersey Devils hockey team, and he was mad at officials. So it was in the tunnel there, and he's like, "Have another donut!" His Canadian accent.
Oh, man.
Yelling at the official with the perception that, I guess, referees like donuts. But who doesn't like donuts on this National Donut Day?
I wish someone would bring some today. Sometimes they'll bring them.
Maybe the supervisor, owner guy you were talking to out there might hook us up.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that.
Come on. Taylor just wants
I'll ask him.
a few donuts for us peasants here on the radio.
Tanya brought some the other day. Maybe she'll
She did?
grace us again.
Wait,
with
and I
some.
wasn't here?
No, you were gone.
What day was it?
I guess Tuesday.
Oh. They always bring the food when I'm not around.
Well, it's because you keep taking more and more days off.
Only twice a week.
Well, I'm going to take Mondays off too. Mental Health Day.
Wow. You know me so well.
I was worried about you for a minute.
Why is that?
I'm going to have to take off Monday. I'm just going to be on here on Fridays. Friday is the day I play badminton or backgammon. Mahjong.
Well, it was nice to have Trish with us today, and there was a little mix-up. I thought you were coming in late this Friday, but when I double-checked the text, it was next Friday. But I'm not used to you letting me know something that far in advance.
Yeah, shocking.
It's usually the night before.
That's fair.
So that threw me off a little. But again, want to wish her a very happy birthday.
I'm sorry you messed up.
Yeah, sure you are.
No,
Sure you are.
I do let you know pretty late most of the time.
You do.
That's because I'm known pretty late most of the time.
Yeah, I get it. Well, you have a wife that's in school, and you have a little one that you need to take care of.
Just imagine if I had 7 little ones.
Who are you kidding, man? You know my wife was the one that took care of all of them.
Jimmy's not feeling good today. Who?
Wait, which one was that? What number?
Jimmy. Yeah. 6. Oh. Well, we got another one.
6 or 7?
6, 7, 6 or 7.
All right, so we'll attempt to cover some topics on the show here today. 318-442-8255 is our phone number. You asked the question yesterday, and I want to bring you the answer here because you said your inspection sticker is about to run out, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you asked, do I need to renew it, even though the new law will go into effect in January, where you won't need an inspection sticker anymore. It's going to be a QR code thing that they're doing, and I'm sure it's going to confuse everyone. But in any case, thanks to our friends at the Louisiana Radio Network, I can tell you, Stephen, that even though the elimination of your inspection sticker does not officially happen until January 1st, for all intents and purposes, your days of schlepping to get your vehicle inspected are over. That was their word. Governor Landry has told state police to not issue citations for expired inspection stickers.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, weed. We
weed?
smell people smoke it all the
Oh,
time, and we see people doing it, and the cops like, well, whatever.
They look the other way.
I'm sometimes I could be very like libertarian minded, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I regret the weed one because I'm tired of smelling it.
Well, thanks to State Representative Gabe Furman, hopefully you won't have to smell it so much around schools anymore.
I don't go to school, so I ain't worried about it. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
because that was a law that he had put forth, a bill he had put forth, and it went through. So it'll ban people having it around school campuses and such.
I like to wake up and have my morning walk after a nice cup of coffee and,
Mm-hmm.
do my prayers and such and meditation and hit with like skunk every morning, like a
Really?
skunk in my face.
The weed smell.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's ridiculous. I hate it. It was the national smell of Shreveport, too, I swear. It's the official smell.
As Mr. Han once said, what are you people on, dope?
Why can't
All
people
right.
just go back to drinking?
Right? Larry Bagley authored House Bill 1085. He says even if your inspection is due for renewal this month or next month, just let it go. Let it go. He
I'll just get
says,
a ticked off state trooper and like, oh, looks like your inspection stickers expired.
Yes. Bagley says if you recently paid for a 2-year renewal, which I did like 2 months ago, you're out of luck. Yeah, he said he had a guy yesterday who called him wanting a refund. Dude, it was $20. Come on.
Hey, that's a couple Culver's cheese curds right
That's
there.
true.
I mean, that's money you could have used elsewhere.
He said he had used a year out of the 2 years. He wanted to know when we're going to pay him back. I said, I did the same thing, but I don't think you're going to get a refund.
Dude, $20, that's like a gallon of gas.
Oh,
You get a
not if you get it in Pineville. It's down to like $3.37. I saw Pineville Walmart.
oh wow. We're
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah. Yes. Bagley says among the practical reasons to eliminate the inspection sticker is to put certain counterfeiters out of business. State police, when they testified about this bill, said they had lost between $5 to $6 million every year on fake inspection stickers. I didn't even know this was a thing. You mean all this time I could have just paid some guy $2 and gotten a fake?
I used to run into the guy who'd always sell me, bootleg CDs or tried to. I never bought them.
Well, when I was in high school, the fake ID was kind of a thing.
The McLovin
That's 'cause-
ID. Do you know what the McLovin ID is?
No,
You ever watch Superbad?
no.
You should watch Superbad.
But when I was in high school, the drinking age was 18 in Wisconsin, which, as you know, really means the drinking age in Wisconsin was 13.
No.
So, all right, 15.
Allen Parish is like 12.
So there was definitely a market for fake IDs in the high school realm at that point.
I never had one. I never even thought about getting one.
Yeah, I didn't either. We just went to the places that didn't card you. Wait, did I say that? All right.
Yeah, but y'all have
That-
like
That was
breweries.
a lifetime ago.
You have like breweries in like the kids' park.
That's true.
You have like a pop-up beer garden
We
in
do.
Wisconsin and
We
like
do.
for
It's
baby showers.
Cultural. Yeah. I remember even having those talks when we were in high school. Over in Germany, they don't have a drinking age. Kids drink from the time they're little, but they're responsible about it. It's like, really? We're talking about this? Anyway.
No, I think it's a destructive thing in society for the most part.
Yeah.
I should
Okay.
probably not drink it.
Well, I don't anymore. All right.
Oh, no, you don't.
The inspection sticker will be replaced by a QR code that will cost you $6 a year, which is going to be rolled into your annual registration renewal, not paid separately. The QR code will arrive in the mail, measuring about 2 inches long by 1 inch tall, and will be affixed to the bottom
That
of
big,
the
huh?
passenger side of your windshield. Yeah, little 2x1.
Yeah, it's gonna obstruct my view.
And you got to see how many people are going to figure out that they got to put it in there themselves with that. Like, this is going to, we couldn't even figure out the election this last time.
Oh, I got an answer on that. If you click no party in the first election, you're stuck, buddy. You're stuck.
You don't
Sorry.
get to vote in the runoff.
Yep.
Wow. Unless you go to California, you can vote as much as you want. And if by mail.
What happened? I don't even know what happened. Are we upset about that?
You're not hearing anything about California right now?
No, I'm sorry. I just haven't.
Jeez.
I haven't.
You are 100% local news.
I did like 6 stories yesterday.
I know. All right. I'll tell you about it later. But we need to take a quick break. Then we'll come back with some calls right after this.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Cenla Update, plus Facebook and YouTube at KSYL.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Need office supplies, janitorial supplies, or office furniture, either new or pre-owned? Then look no further than DTW Office Supply, with wholesale prices on a large selection of top quality products, all with the personalized hometown service that you deserve. We're proud to serve the entire state of Louisiana with daily deliveries right to your door. Visit us today at 1219 MacArthur Drive or online at dtwofficesupply.com. That's DTW Office Supply, your trusted partner for all of your office needs. Quality, value, service.
I start every workday morning off the same way. I stop in and pick up breakfast at Wilmore's Mobile and Sub Express. It's convenient, quick, and oh so good. Croissants, biscuits, breakfast subs, and their hot coffee is the perfect pick-me-up. They always ask me why I'm in such a good mood when I get to work. Improve your mood. Stop by Wilmore's any weekday morning from 6 till 9 and get your day started right. That's Wilmore's Mobile and Sub Express right there on the corner of North MacArthur Drive and Bayou Rapides Road.
Talkback. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It is Friday. It is Talkback, and we want to hear from you at 318-442-8255. To the phone we go on the BOM Bank Talk line. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Yeah, I've been at a meeting in New Orleans, and I get back home yesterday evening, and I start looking at Facebook, and there's something about a Beaver Lake meeting that apparently wasn't extremely well advertised. And I was just wondering if you guys have already had some discussion of that this morning.
We did not. Did you know about it, Stephen? I don't remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I'll have a report up today.
Oh,
it
there you
ended
go.
super late last night.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't learn about it till about 12:30, 1 o'clock yesterday. I'm not saying there's any conspiracy behind it. I just didn't know. But they had the obligatory DEQ public hearing at the Pineville Community Center off Main Street, and a decent amount of people came out, voiced their concerns, some in support. So we'll have an update on that eventually.
Yeah, well, my issue with obligatory meetings like that is that they have to have them, so they have them. I guess someplace there's a record of what was submitted or what will be submitted if there's a submission period. And whatever it is they want to do, they're going to do, regardless of what was basically stated in terms of the general view of the populace.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity for them to discuss issues that the DEQ would handle, and yeah, who knows what's going to happen after that, or what would need to happen to change anything.
Well, about, I guess maybe a collapse of the economy would be the only thing that would change it, but public hearings give people a choice to go out and vent their feelings. If there's an opportunity to send in comments in addition to what the public provided at those meetings, so be it. But the bottom line is, whatever the powers that be want to do, that's what they're going to do. And it's sad that we have a system that's like that, that basically the general opinion, regardless of what it is, either pro or con, is just ignored in favor of whatever it is the big guys want.
Well, it comes down to who we actually think is for and against it. We hear a lot that's against, and we hear about it a lot here, and we've covered both sides, but it's hard to determine or what mechanism they would use to decide to have it or not. Of course, they tried that in the legislature, I think, with giving more power to local parishes. Doesn't work, but yeah, it's something that the governor's office and some legislators definitely want to move forward.
Yeah, I'm seeing now that State Representative Mike Johnson did a pretty lengthy post about it yesterday, 18 hours ago. He posted it about the meeting coming up last night. So I did not see that. I wasn't on the show yesterday either, so I didn't see that. But it does give you a lot more details about inquiries and requests for more information and all of that. I mean, these are the formalities that they're always going to go through before they actually move
doing whatever it is that they were going to do.
Well, you said that. So.
But anyway, I wanted to just mention that I don't have any objection to making methanol, if that's going to be a way to improve the local economy, but only if it doesn't include carbon sequestration, which is, as far as I'm concerned, a total ruse for somebody to pick up lots of government funding in some way or form.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about it a lot on this show, and we always welcome calls about it, and we'll do our best to keep people abreast on the situation.
Well, the powers that be are the powers that be, and of course, Mayor-elect in Pineville is going to profit immeasurably if the project goes through. And just wink, wink, how did he ever find out about it in time to be able to do that? But that's the way the politicians work. I mean, look at our governor who goes turkey hunting with the billboard guys.
Well, thank you for your call this morning. Well,
sure.
We appreciate it. And we'll be right back.
Taking part in the show is easy. Call the BOM Bank Talk Line at 442-8255.
John Fleming is a total fraud.
I was Trump's deputy chief of staff.
Lie. Fleming was never Trump's deputy chief of staff. Trump never appointed Fleming deputy chief of staff, and Fleming never held the title deputy chief of staff. Fleming lied about his work with Trump. The truth? Fleming worked with Dr. Fauci and Mike Pence. Fleming, Fauci, Pence. They met 3 or 4 times a week, pushing vaccines and masks on Americans, on our children. Fleming bragged about it to his hometown newspaper, John Fleming. He lied about working with Trump, lied and voted for carbon capture, lied and cashed in as a lobbyist, lied and voted against border security. Fleming lied and teamed up with Dr. Fauci and Mike Pence. John Fleming is a fraud. See the facts for yourself. Visit FlemingIsAFraud.com. Accountability Project paid for and is responsible for this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Problems. Everybody hates them, but everybody's got them. And now that it's getting hot again, you need to know about Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Got a cooling problem? Call Southern Air. Plumbing or drain problem? It's Southern Air again. Your power's out and you need a generator? Guess who? And Keep those problems away all summer long with a system tune-up. Keep your family comfortable. Call Southern Air Heating and Cooling now at 318-777-5555 or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Attention all real estate agents, property owners, and lenders. When you or a client needs a real estate attorney, call the professionals at Thompson Law Firm. Whether the legal matter is basic or complex, the Thompson Law Firm can accurately guide you or your client to a successful outcome. That's why numerous industry professionals have trusted the Thompson Law Firm for years. They also handle estate planning, successions, and business law. Call them at 473-0052. I am a paid non-client attorney spokesperson.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
From America's #1 travel radio show, I'm Robert Carey with today's edition of your RM World Travel Minute. Whether you're at a top resort, a business hotel, or a vacation property, we all have basic must-have items that we expect at minimum. Mary and I start with clean and comfortable. Mary is big on having accessible plugs on both sides of the bed, as well as for the in-room iron, hair dryer, and our computers. You'd think that would be simple and easy. Most of the time it's not. Since we all mostly use USB-C connections these days, more of them are needed. We both prefer bright rooms with ample lighting, not a place that makes it seem like you're wearing sunglasses indoors as it's dimly lit. And I still prefer having an AM/FM clock radio next to the bed, but the beam counters, they're eliminating them at a pretty rapid pace at most hotels we stay at. We like having access to a restaurant and being able to speak to a person, not an app or an AI receptionist. And as I've said many times over the years, give me those small shampoo, body wash, and conditioner bottles. Those communal pumps are disgusting. I have no idea who's accessed them, and it causes me to go to a local drugstore to buy my own. Share your thoughts with us at rmworldtravel.com. Happy travels, everyone.
Now back to Talk Back. 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL.
All right, we are back here on Friday. Alan Stephen with you at 318-442-8255. Yes, sir.
I do have going back to the DEQ meeting dealing with Beaver Lake Renewables last night, we do have a statement that we just got from Beaver Lake. You want me to read it? After the hearing last night, we heard from residents and organizations that support our project and from those that did not. We respect the opinions of all residents, and we have hosted dozens of meetings over the last year to provide information and education about Beaver Lake biofuels, and we continue to offer these opportunities to residents and civic organizations that are interested in learning about the project in a respectful setting. It is unfortunate that many of the same inaccurate arguments against our project, for which we have provided detailed responses to the press, elected officials, and members of local organizations, continue to be presented. We are very pleased that we have chosen the Pineville-Alexandria area for our project and are grateful to have had the opportunity to meet and become friends with so many community leaders and residents of the area. One of our most critical goals as we move forward towards operations is to become a worthy neighbor to the people of the area and to create social and economic opportunities for its residents and ensure the safest environment for construction and operations. That's from Dan Lefevers, Vice President of External Affairs for Beaver Lake Biofuels. And then I have some video too that I'll post later of some citizens that are concerned that they don't want the project here. And we heard from the last caller say that they're really concerned about the carbon capture and sequestration aspect of the project. And we've really had numerous days, interviews, and reports on this situation. So what it was a meeting for DEQ. They're supposed to have a certain amount of public hearings when projects like this happen, and they gave citizens a chance to comment. support or against. So I saw someone from Louisiana Central there in support of it. We also had some residents that we've seen at other meetings who have been very vocal there as well against it. So a few dozen people were there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like at this point, the people that are for it. The people that are against it are against it. I don't know that there's a whole lot of mind changing that's going to go on. At least people in this area. Now, across the state, I think there are more people that are starting to find out about the issue and, wait, what is this? And so, I don't know. I mean, it really comes down to kind of a competing interest of economic development versus people's long-term concerns for the impact on the environment, water, minerals, etc. But we'll continue to keep covering it. And we appreciate all the comments that you guys give us. So we will be back coming up in just about 6 minutes, so stay with us.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenla Broadcasting. AM 970, FM 104.9, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3 HD3, Alexandria. It's 8 o'clock.
Less is more. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That is the story in the jobs report just out this morning.
172,000 non-farm payrolls were added to the economy in May. The estimate was 85,000.
So how is double the hiring than forecast last month less? Fox Business Network Cheryl Castoni also reports.
April has been revised to 179,000. The original April read was 115, and they're also revising March to 214,000 jobs.
The unemployment rate for May did not change, still 4.3%. They stayed up all night in the Senate approving a controversial funding bill just before 5 o'clock this morning.
The 52-47 vote followed a marathon series of motions and amendments to change it over the course of 18 hours. Senators approved the legislation to fund Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Border Patrol for the next 3 years.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. No Democrats voted for the funding. They call ICE out of control and demand immigration enforcement reform, but it was approved using a process they could not filibuster and block. The Republican-led House considers it next. A bill Democrats pushed in the House passed when 18 Republicans joined them, approving new aid for Ukraine, but President Trump's threatened a veto. As Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky writes a letter to Russian leader Vladimir Putin trying to end their war.
Writing in part, I am proposing a meeting. If you do not personally come to the conclusion that it is time to end this war, Ukraine will continue fighting for its existence. We will have those who support us. The president, who hosted Putin in Alaska last year to talk about this war, is also now talking about this latest letter.
I think it would be great if they met. They should get it done.
And the Russians now say in some bulletins that are crossing that Putin has been briefed about the letter. We don't know if he wants to meet.
That's Fox's Peter Doocy at the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
Larry Elder here. You know, I think a lot of people just accept pain like this is just how it is now. I don't think that has to be true. Let me tell you about George. He's up in Oregon, works 10-hour days, driving a garbage truck, in and out all day. It really did a number on his knee. He said it got so bad, he couldn't even bend it. Now think about that. Trying to work, take care of your family, and your body just isn't cooperating. Well, George tried Relief Factor, and this is what got me. He said, I can bend my knee again with very little pain. Simple, but when you get something like that back, it matters. My brother Kirk had difficulty going up and down the stairs in the morning until he followed my advice. After about a week, he calls and says, this stuff is working. If you're dealing with aches and pains, see if Relief Factor works for you. It's drug-free with a 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com, that's ReliefFactor.com, or call 800-4-RELIEF, 800-4-RELIEF. You don't have to just accept living with pain.
They keep counting the votes in California days after the primaries, with about 60% of the ballots tallied. More are coming in by mail. So far, Republican Steve Hilton leads the race for governor, with Democrat Javier Becerra second. In Los Angeles, Mayor Karen Bass is ahead of Spencer Pratt. In both contests, the top two in the voting will face off in November. President Trump opposes mail-in voting, and he maintains the new acting director of national intelligence he disappointed Bill Pulte could find out more information about rigged elections. Of course, the president's long claimed he won the 2020 election, that he lost to President Biden. And in Arizona, that issue will not go away.
Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays' office says the Democrat will seek a new indictment against allies of President Trump accused of aiding in attempts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. The move comes after Arizona's Supreme Court denied an effort to revive Mays' first indictment against them. The charges, which included fraud and forgery, accused defendants, including former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, of conspiring to corrupt the election result in Arizona by falsely claiming to be legitimate electors. A judge finding prosecutors failed to present the original grand jury with the exact text of the law defendants were accused of trying to break. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed. Up slightly for the Dow after the jobs report the morning after a big surge put the Dow at a record high. But the NASDAQ, it dropped slightly yesterday, and its futures are down more than 400 points. The quest for hockey's famed Stanley Cup went to overtime last night.
Gostisbehere. They score!
That won it for Carolina on ABC after a wild third period. The Hurricanes rallied from down 2-0, took a 3-2 lead. Then the Golden Knights tied it late to force OT. Carolina then won to even the series. Game 3 of the NHL Final is tomorrow in Vegas. Tonight in San Antonio, Game 2 of the NBA Finals. The Spurs will try to get even with the Knicks. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Sean Burns. A man who took an oath to serve and protect is accused of doing the exact opposite. Here's Andrew Greenstein.
St. Tammany Parish Sheriff Randy Smith is arrested after allegedly attacking a man unprovoked inside a Madisonville restaurant late last month. Metropolitan Crime Commission President Rafael Goyeneche says this could potentially be a career ender.
If he is convicted of a felony, he will be disqualified from holding office.
Now, the man Smith is alleged to have attacked was apparently hurling insults at him and his family online for a long time, but Goyeneche says that's no excuse.
He doesn't have anyone to blame but himself for this.
I'm Andrew Greenstein.
The manhunt continues for two masked suspects who fired 70 to 80 shots into another vehicle at a Hammond gas station yesterday morning, killing an innocent woman. Police Chief Edwin Bergeron Jr. believes it was a targeted shooting, but 50-year-old Patricia Shepard was not the target.
The lady in the car, Miss Patricia, who has lost her life, was an absolute innocent victim.
LRN. A bill known as the Streets to Success Act is awaiting Governor Landry's signature right now. The legislation attempts to address homelessness in the state by making unauthorized public camping a crime. Louisiana Advocacy Coalition and Homelessness Coordinator Joe Heron Muller says the bill misses the mark, as it implies there are people who would refuse assistance if not for the threat of jail time.
We know the reality is that there is a lack of mental health care. There is a lack of living wage employment in our state, and there is a lack of deeply affordable housing for low-income people.
The new world screwworm has been found in the U.S. for the first time in nearly 6 decades. The flesh-eating parasite was eradicated from the U.S. in the 60s, but was recently found in a calf in Texas. Louisiana Agriculture Commissioner Mike Strain says the good news is they can stop the spread by unleashing sterile flies.
The United States government is spending more than $8 billion on sterile fly production to try to curtail and stop this particular pest from getting into the commercial production aspect of beef and other protein.
LRN.
Hey, Louisiana, it's Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. This September, Keep Louisiana Beautiful will launch Love Our Waterways, a month-long statewide cleanup to help preserve the beauty of all our waterways, including our lakes, rivers, and bayous. Volunteer to clean up litter by boat or on land along the shore. Get on board at lovelawaterways.org. That's lovelawaterways.org. I'll see you there.
Well, good morning. A mixture of sunshine and clouds in our forecast on this Friday. And we do have the possibility of a stray shower or thunderstorm. Only about a 20% chance of that. Afternoon highs getting up to 89 degrees. We'll see winds out of the east, southeast at about 5 to 10 today. Overcast overnight down to 74. And I hate to say it, but the weekend looking soggy. Considerable cloudiness Saturday and Sunday with a good chance of rain. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian. It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
When I'm in Madisonville. This is my kitchen table. Unless you've been homeschooled by a day drinker, you can see that I don't use it as a kitchen table. This is where I work sometimes when I'm home. A lot of the papers are turned over because I don't know who's watching this video, and some of you I trust like a rest stop bathroom. But anyway, the point is that a lot of my colleagues in the United States Senate, they're some of the smartest people on the planet. If you don't believe me, just ask them. But I'm not like that. I have to grind it out. I have to work harder than an ugly stripper to understand the issues and what I'm voting on. I'd say I read anywhere from, 25 to 35 hours a week. So this is part of where I do it. There's a book I'm reading, or I haven't started yet, called The Sand Pebbles. My brother sent it to me. This is a shot of some fly fishing poppers that I ordered from Amazon, but the eyelets are not big enough, so I'm going to return those. I don't know, that's about it, I guess. Peace out.
Hey, guys. Oh, my gosh. So John Kennedy, Senator John Kennedy, who you guys had on the show Tuesday, his staff told him that they have a TikTok page now and he needs to make content for them. So he's taking like the most mundane things and turning it into content, like him working out on his exercise bike or his kitchen table. But there, at least in every one of those videos, is going to be 3 or 4 kind of Easter eggs, little nuggets of humor.
Yeah, he did one with his portraits of his dogs.
Yeah.
His late dogs. So.
Wow. Well, speaking of the Senate, we have news about them we'll get to in just a moment, but want to remind you that today is National Donut Day. So we, I don't want to say this, we unashamedly pandered for someone to bring us donuts.
Our favorite elected official did.
And thank you to Dr. Jonathan Hunter, the coroner for Rapides Parish, also with the clinics, and he brought us a box of donuts from Harlow's.
Oh, he's the man.
Thank you, Dr. Hunter. We appreciate it so much.
Never been happier to see a coroner in my life. No, he's the man. We love him.
Yeah. No, that's an awesome gesture. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Had to crack up a little as the Pineville Police Department themselves never ones to disappoint when it comes to social media posts. They have a picture of National Donut Day with a Pineville police unit all decked out in donut decals and such, which I know they used AI to do that. But their post says, today is National Donut Day, and we felt it was only right to properly celebrate such a prestigious holiday. To commemorate the occasion, we've officially upgraded one of our patrol units with a custom donut-themed paint scheme. Now, before rumors start flying, no taxpayer dollars were harmed in the making of this photo. We simply wanted to have a little fun and share a laugh with our community. And since we know that someone is going to ask, we wear a size cinnamon twist. Happy National Donut Day from the Pineville Police Department. Stay safe, stay cool, and remember, don't do drugs.
Man, I haven't had a Harlow's donut in quite some time. They are, as the kids would say, it's bussin'.
It's fire.
It's bussin' fire.
Yeah, it's bussin'. I don't know if the kids use that phrase as much anymore.
No, I'm behind the times.
Yeah.
But I didn't use it. Maybe I'm like in the betweens.
They change so quickly, these kids these days.
It's legit.
Yeah.
It's epic.
So I mentioned the Senate and the
we
Senate.
have to.
The U.S. Senate. Hey, I'll give them credit. Once in a while, they actually stay up late and work. And last night was one of those nights. They didn't get done until 5 this morning, so Senator Kennedy might be sleeping in a little, among others. Just before 5, senators voted 52 to 47. That means somebody was missing. That's only 99. For legislation to fund ICE and Border Patrol for the next 3 years. It came after weeks of delays and fierce backlash to the unrelated $1.8 billion settlement fund that President Trump wants to use to reimburse J6 people that were arrested and such. Prosecuted, that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, the final vote came after Republicans narrowly defeated multiple attempts by Democrats as well as Republicans to add language to the bill that would have permanently banned the president's settlement fund for his political allies, whom he believes have been politically persecuted. Republicans defeated an amendment proposed by one of their own. Can you guess who it was? An amendment that would have redirected payments from the settlement to members of law enforcement who were injured in the January 6, 2021 attack.
Thomas Massey?
This is the Senate, Stephen.
Bill Cassidy?
Yes, very good. So all of the campaign, what did we hear? Bill Cassidy aligning himself with President Trump. President Trump supported me on this. I supported him on this. And now that he lost, are we surprised? No.
Well, he didn't support him back, so it's a free-for-all now until he's done.
I guess so. Yeah. Here's my question, though, about that settlement fund is, okay, so he had sued the IRS for their leaking of his tax documents and won a large, or rather, he would have won a large case, but they settled, and as part of the settlement, he wanted to establish this fund. So if everyone's opposed to it, can he unsettle it and then say, all right, let's just go ahead and see it to the hilt? And what if the IRS ends up owing $10 billion like he was originally seeking? So I don't know. But anyway, that's what happened early this morning. So it funds ICE for the rest of the Trump administration is kind of the bottom line there. So now you know. All right, 318-442-8255 is our number on TalkBack. Let's go to the phones. Good morning, you're on TalkBack.
So when a coroner brings you donuts, is that considered inside trading?
And he also happens to be a doctor that I've been seeing at times in the past who may benefit from my having too high a blood sugar.
Right. Well, maybe he should review the Hippocratic Oath before he continues practicing.
Hey, no, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. If we get free donuts, we get free donuts, and I'm cool with it. Whether he's a coroner, a doctor, or one of our favorite callers like yourself.
Well, nothing's free. The payment will come due. So it's just because it's buy now, enjoy now, pay later. Don't get too happy about it. I'm often confused by the sophisticated arguments of my fellow Central Louisianians, but we want more jobs, right? We want economic development. Is that true? Did I understand that? Of course. We don't want.
I don't know. Maybe for some of them.
Capture. Right. We don't want carbon capture sequestration, so that's out. We don't want data centers, so that's out. And now we don't want Beaver Lake renewable energy, so that's out. So exactly what kind of jobs do these sophisticated economic development practitioners want?
It's a good question. It's a fair question.
Hello?
Yeah, it's a fair question.
Right. So, I mean, I don't particularly am a fan of none of those jobs, but I'm not naive enough to believe that I or a group of people that think like myself can determine what economic development will be. That's kind of the purpose of capitalism. Capital goes toward the most efficient use of that capital to produce the best goods and the best jobs. At least that's what capitalism was in the Stone Ages when I went to college. Has it changed?
So let me kind of throw this back at you, and I agree with you in principle 100%. But this project, we've been told specifically, even from the Beaver Lake people themselves, that it would not be happening without the government tax credits. Is that still, in your mind, considered free enterprise capitalism?
Well, no. What is considered is government enhanced capitalism, which that's a different argument. And yeah, we can go down that road. I mean, me personally, I think we pay too much taxes, and taxes are not revenue building or revenue earning. They are behavior changing. In other words, just like you just said, the government wants the industry to behave in a certain manner. So they author a bill to give credit to enhance that behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So agree. But if that's the system we're in, we have two choices. We can either grow the economy within that system, or we can fight it and the economy and the jobs will move to some other state, like say Texas or Mississippi or Alabama. So,
right.
And we'll still be in the same point. My point is that we as citizens beggars can't be choosers. We cannot say we need more jobs, we need more economic growth, we need more industry. And then when industry takes advantage of both free markets and government grants or taxes, I mean, half our streets wouldn't exist without government grants. So government is a part of that. But when an industry takes advantage of that and brings jobs here, for us to say, oh, well, we don't want that kind of job, it's kind of naive and counterproductive.
Yeah, I think you're making some great points, and that is a lot of what the discussion is about right now is do we want jobs or not? And like you said, some people are like, yeah, but not those jobs. So,
well, those tax credits are a response to who they're selling it to, and that's the European market that requires it to be made a certain way.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that I'm not debating the tax credits because but my point about the tax credits is they're authored to prompt certain behavior,
right,
not to raise revenue.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so whether it's responding to a foreign market and then our economy has to behave a certain way, or it's a personal behavior like we want y'all to have solar panels, so we're going to give you tax credit for solar panels. But the point is, I still think my original point is, we're sitting here going, we want jobs, we want economic growth, we want more funding for our schools and our roads and our infrastructure. Oh, but not that kind of job.
Well,
I think that's counterproductive.
It's the age-old problem that we have and we see all the time is we call it NIMBY, which means not in my backyard. So we want it as long as it's not directly involved with me.
I don't know if the data center wants to pay that much for my land. They can build what they want in my backyard.
I'll let them eat at the dinner table with me. So.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's a transaction right there, and that's kind of my original point.
Yeah.
If a data center comes in and says, "Hey, here's capital for your asset," and you sell it, and then you go invest it into more assets, or you start your own business, or you fund you and your family's retirement, that is economic growth, and that's a good thing. I just don't understand people. I mean, they act like that the jobs that they want are only the jobs that were around in the 50s, 60s. I mean, those days are way gone.
Sure.
We got to go with what we have.
I mean, I do think people have a legitimate reason to be concerned about the carbon capture component of the Beaver Lake project. I mean, the front end of it, I've said this several times, the front end of it, utilizing byproducts of the timber industry, phenomenal. But the carbon capture and more importantly, the sequestration, putting it in the ground for a long-term hold, I can understand why people are concerned about that. I think they have a legitimate reason to voice that.
Oh, I think carbon capture is a hoax, but I'm not naive enough to think that there's a payoff for everything. You can't have the benefits of the renewable energy without having a payoff somewhere, kind of like eating a donut. You can't have the sugar high without paying for it somewhere else.
That's right.
Everything has a byproduct and everything has a payoff. I mean, when we drive down the road like I'm going to a sales meeting this afternoon, I'll get the benefit of the sales meeting. But the payoff is I'm away from my family and I'm using gas.
Yeah.
So everything, we can't have the good only. We've got to have the payment as well.
I got to believe you're an effective salesperson.
Well, I am for hire, Al, but I'm not cheap.
Okay. Could take that in a lot of ways. But anyway, thank you for your call.
I know what I am. Hey, I know what I am. The rest is just negotiation.
Well, you know what the real saying is sugar makes the high and thick on the thighs.
That's right. So, y'all have a good day.
Thanks, man.
Good luck finding us a job that doesn't cost us anything.
All right. Sounds good. We'll be right back.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Sedla Update Plus, Facebook, and YouTube at KSYL.
Need office supplies, janitorial supplies, or office furniture, either new or pre-owned? Then look no further than DTW Office Supply, with wholesale prices on a large selection of top-quality products, all with the personalized hometown service that you deserve. We're proud to serve the entire state of Louisiana with daily deliveries right to your door. Visit us today at 1219 MacArthur Drive or online at dtwofficesupply.com. That's DTW Office Supply, your trusted partner for all of your office needs. Quality, value, service.
Got a big day ahead of you? Then it's best to fuel up with some of Sinaloa's best at Bricato's Restaurant. Walk right in and just smell that home-style cooking. Place your order, take a seat, and do breakfast right till 9:30 this morning. Get fresh biscuits, eggs any way you like them, melt-in-your-mouth pancakes, grits, hash browns, sausage, bacon, even wraps and sandwiches. And don't forget their fresh brewed coffee. Bricato's Restaurant, 28 West, right across from the Coliseum. Your breakfast is waiting for you.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
This is where the DJ talks. Don't say anything. Okay.
Talk back. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK.
Oh, beauty, go.